Hey guys, today we're going to bring you a new deck profile. We're going to play around with this leader, Cell. So his ability is this. Once per turn, you get to choose a card from your hand, put it under this card, and you get to choose an opponent's battle card, 3 or less, pop it. Awaken him, you get to draw 2 cards. His ability is this. Once per turn, same thing, take a card from your hand, put it under this card, you get to draw 2 cards. Take note, you don't have to swing with him to draw any cards. You just have to do his ability. Place 1 card underneath this card from your hand, and you get to draw 2 cards. And also once per turn, you can remove 2 cards from this guy, and you get to choose an opponent's battle card to pop it. So when you have troublesome battle cards on the field, like Kale, like the 5-drop Wu, like Cell, you can use him, take 2 cards away from him, and pop them. Very, very good leader in my opinion. Very good ability that he has. Alright, very flexible. Let's take a look. What do we have? And then you might be thinking, of course, we're gonna run the Veggie package, 4 of the Cauliflowers, 4 Kappas, and 4 Kale. So take note that you want to play this in the early game. So Kappa, Cauliflower help you to self-awaken, because his awakened side, you get to draw cards and you get to pop very big creatures. You don't have to choose. It says, hey, everything that is 3 or less, no. Every single creature that has no barrier to protect them, you can use that leader to pop it, and you get to draw cards. What is also important is that Kale swings with critical, and when this card attacks, because you'll be dropping, you'll be putting cards from your hand underneath Cell, right? So your hand size when you're playing with Cell is not going to be very big if you want to make use of his ability. But what Kale can do is that Kale allows you to draw cards 5 or less, draw. So when you swing with her, draw. When you swing with her, draw. So take note, don't trigger his draw card ability first. Trigger her ability, put it into Cell, and then draw cards, so that you get to draw 3 cards per turn. Alright? And then you must be thinking, it says, oh, okay, so most probably I'm gonna play Cell Chain. No, we are not gonna play Cell Chain. Surprisingly, we're gonna play another thing. Let me show you. Ta-da! So Dr. Jiro Evil Inventor allows you to search androids from your deck. Very great card. So you're gonna play the other one, the Android 15, 14, and Trucker Hat.
Now, where's my trucker hat?
Okay, so what you want to play with this guy, right, is that usually I don't want to hard cast him unless it's very early game, but early games you have a lot of options. You have Kappa, you have Cauliflowers, so maybe not. Usually I like to combo with him, because when you combo with him, you your opponent has to KO one of their cards, and also in clutch situations, like, oh, they have just one creature battle card and it's a big card, this guy comes out, your opponent has no choice, your opponent has to pop the card. That is such a great combo card to have. And the best thing is you get to send him to the graveyard, the drop area. I will explain why later. If you are unfamiliar with it, I'll explain why you need it to be in the graveyard. And next, we play a playset of Android 15, just saying hi. When he comes out, your opponent has to drop a card. Very straightforward thing. You would really want to swing with this guy or combo with him after he comes out, because you need him also to be in the graveyard. I play 2 of the Unfeeling Destroyer Android 14, just to keep up the Android 14 count. We don't have a lot of cards with Android 14 and Android 15, so this is the other options that we have. We play 4 of the 2 drops and 2 of the 4 drops. A pretty good ability because when you play this card, your opponent chooses one of their battle card and KOs it. And if it costs 3 or less, draw 1 card. Alright? So if he has just one, he has no choice, but he has to do it. So also, similarly, just to keep up the count on the Android in our deck, we play 2 of the Unfeeling Destroyer Android 15. And this is the backbone of our whole deck, Dawn of Terror Android 14. So what this guy does is that when you play this card, right, your opponent chooses one of their battle card and KOs it. So if you understand from this deck right now, right, the deck tag is this: you want to keep the battle area clear. You want to keep the battle area clear. You want to always send battle cards into the drop area. So together with your leader, together with this, hopefully you can clear the opponent's battle area pretty frequently. And to end up, we want to play this Unending Destruction Android 13. So how do you evolve this guy to this guy, right? What you want to do is that just to pay 1, you choose up to one of each, for Android 14 and Android 15. Android 14 and 15 from your drop area, and then you put it under this card, and you choose one of this, and then you evolve on top of it. So when this guy comes into play, right, your opponent, when you play, your opponent chooses one of the battle cards and KO it. And when one of your opponent battle cards is placed into the drop area from any area other of your skills other than this one, your opponent chooses 1 card from their hand and places it into the drop area. So when this guy is on board, and if you're playing, and if you have things like you're using him to pop a card, this your leader, your opponent has to drop cards, right? When this guy pops a card, because this guy is on the field, your opponent has to drop cards. So it's both hand destruction and also field destruction. So let's talk about the black cards. Yeah, we're playing playset Relentless Destruction Mirror to keep their hand size low. So I was playing a game yesterday with a friend of mine, and and this guy was really crucial, because in one turn I make him discard cards, and I was on the losing end because for some reason, maybe I was really unlucky yesterday, I was unable to get Cauliflowers. So I played 2 times Kappa, and I couldn't get a KO or Cauliflowers, right? So I thought, okay, I'm finished because I'm in such a bad situation. But I managed to, but in the end, I left with 1 life, and I managed to win because his hand size was low, his battle area was non-existent by the time we reached the late stage of the game, right? And KO was helping me to draw, Cell was helping me to draw cards. That was a very great game, a great comeback. That shows you how resilient this deck is. So we play 4 of this to keep the opponent's hand size low. And then you could ask and says, hey, why don't we play the other one, which swings for critical? Yes, but then you allow the so for example, it's situation, right? You allow the opponent to respond, because imagine he has only 1 negate and 1 important card. Excuse me, I'm not feeling so good. And this guy could help you to just drop 1 card. Damn. Okay. So to help you to self-awaken and pop more cards, this is the guy. Oh, I really have to mute that. Okay, for the rest of the cards, super combo, drop cards, negates, and to reduce the battlefields, and also finally, just to make sure you have the correct cards, I like to keep this in hand and not play at the start, but it's really up to you. At the end, when I need a certain card, this card helps. Alright, so that's the end for the deck tag. Sorry for the coughing, I'm not feeling so good right now. I was on like a 4 days medical leave. I kind of hope that I'm still able to bring it. If I don't sound good, apologies for that. But this is a great deck to play nonetheless. I hope you have fun with it. Leave me a feedback if you have fun, and if you have anything that says, hey, you could improve this, tell me too. Share with me some ideas, and of course, when you hear all this muting in this video, it's because I'm muting myself coughing, so sorry about that. And have a great day.